Hello everybody, it is Twitchy with a Reason back here again for episode 2. So where we left off, we got some, basically we got all the minor building areas done with. We've got the canteen, kitchen. We're working on our holding cell right now just to get rid of our contract here. We've got some of our cells. We just need to get the power up and going here, which should be soon. So we've got our water running to the toilets. Now we need to get the lights to our cells. So the green power station cord that you see here, that's what gives everything electricity. They were running throughout the plant, and those are these cables right here. So we're gonna run them down the line right here, and that basically it splits off, as you can see here. You don't have to build them on top of every light fixture. It automatically recognizes and it will split off to grab other lights in the area. You just have to build it in the area. But as we can see, sometimes it has a little bit of problem. I don't really know how he's built the code on this, but as you can see, it's grabbed some lights from within here from this line and some within here, but we need to get rid of these, so we're gonna just do it straight down the middle. Should be all good with that. Right now we've got our prisoners going back to their cells. Let's see what our regime is right now. So they're doing absolutely nothing. So we can probably give them some free time right now. It's never good to have nothing going on. They should always be doing something. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. So we've got sleep till 5 o'clock in the morning. 6 o'clock in the morning, they're going to wake up and we're going to have them shower. They're going to get really pissed off, and they're going to have to go to the bathroom immediately after taking a shower. So I do a shower for an hour and then immediately have their free time. Then they can eat for a couple hours, and then what I would normally have them do is work right then and there. But we're still working on our holding cell, which this will in turn turn around and be our workshop. So right now we're gonna get that last piece built, and hopefully the code recognizes that and we should be good to go with that. Meanwhile, our workers are grabbing our power cables, getting electricity like we just laid down. For right now, we can actually put work in those spots. They're not actually going to do anything during that time. They're just going to be waltzing around. But we can at least have it set up for the time being, because I plan on getting it done soon. We've got plenty of money to get it up and going. So we've got holding cell done, which is good. So now what we can do, I could have probably just made the holding cell the entire building area. There's no maximum size, and it would have recognized it was surrounded by walls, but of course I didn't think of that at the time. So what we're going to do is we're going to demolish the walls, make this one large working area. We're going to get rid of these objects too. And we're going to change the room to workshop. Drag it all the way down. And once we get rid of the walls, we can obviously fix this. But so what you try and want to have them do is at least work 3 to 4 hours at a time, have some free time in between. I've noticed they start to get pissed off extremely and start to go on riots if you don't let them have some free time in between work, like to go to the bathroom, all that stuff, which is normal, and then have them get back to work for a couple more hours. I try and have them work 3 hours, 4 hours, free time, 3-4 hours again, normal 8 hours, and then free time again, and then I'll have them eat. Usually only, if you got a big enough canteen, it only takes them about an hour to eat. But when you start throwing in visitation times for families to come see, it starts to get a little sketchy because it seems to be a lot of them come later in the day, and then your prisoners will go to visitation time to see their families during eating time after they get off work and free time, and sometimes they'll cut a little late, so I give them a couple extra hours in the evening. You throw some yard time in there, free time, and then they can hit the hay. So right now we're going to fix the workshop. So now it's all one big workshop area, but what we need within the workshop is some workshop saws. So what I would recommend is to leave some space on the sides for tables surrounding the entire area, because they take the wood and sheet metal and everything that they build, they'll put on top of the tables to get them out of the way. So just leave them a little bit of room for that, and then place down some saws and presses. So you try to have a 1-to-1 ratio between saws and presses, so they can work back and forth with each other. But for right now, that would be plenty. We can also build a laundry room and a cleaning cupboard for our prisoners to work at as well. But right now, we're going to upgrade our deployments. We can deploy our guards. I think I've already got that. I don't know why I need to search this, but we'll just go with it. Prison policy. We don't need land expansion. We're not going to be expanding the land for quite a while. Patrols. I'll grab that just because I don't usually send my guards on patrol that often. In the future, if I do get like a K9 guard unit with a dog, I'll send them around, but for right now we'll just research it so we have it. So let's look at our staff members and see what we've got. We need at least one janitor and one gardener. You can do without a gardener for a while, but you're going to want one to plant trees for your workshop. They're the only ones who plant the trees, and it takes forever for them to plant trees too, so you're going to end up having like 2 or 3 at least, and 2 or 3 janitors at least too. But for right now, that should be okay. Rooms. So now we've got a couple more rooms. Probably end up turning one or two of these rooms into solitary confinement rooms, right? Oh yeah, we need, since they had that little riot with that little fucking shanking earlier with that goddamn fork. The way that it's supposed to go is he is supposed to go into solitary confinement. Well, we're gonna make a couple solitary confinement rooms. They don't need beds or toilets in the solitary rooms. I just end up, instead of having to build those rooms separately to spend the extra money, I'll just turn one into a solitary in the meantime, and then change it back into cells later. For right now, that'll be alright. We've got our canteen with a couple cooks. Everything looks to be coming out pretty good right now. We've got a workshop. We've got a workman just resting out of nowhere. Oh, which reminds me, we need a staff building. So your staff needs to rest. As you can see, 5 staff members are exhausted. Otherwise, they'll just rest nonchalantly, randomly in areas, and that's just kind of, it looks bad. So we're gonna build a staff room attached to all of our other office buildings. Is these guys end up having to rest too, and it's easier if it's just right connected to all of them. That way they can just walk straight there. It's not all the way across, you know, way over here if you build a building by themselves. So we've got 8 prisoners arriving. We're just gonna grab some normal risk. Let's do high risk prisoners too. Why not? Let's do a gamble. So we've got utilities already lined up for our workshop. Presses here already. So I'm gonna add probably a couple more lines for future presses. And then in order for your workers to be able to recognize during their work time where they need to go in order to work, you go under deployment jobs, and then you can select, it says max 14 jobs, so you can just keep clicking until it's fully maxed out. That'll be good for right now. Depending on how many max jobs you can have is how big the building is itself, not however many presses you have. So just keep that in mind. If you've got a bunch of saws and presses jammed up in a tightly knit area, it's gonna still have a very low amount of prisoners that can work in the area. So just give them a little bit of space. I probably should have gave them more for some tables on the side too. I mean, I'll probably expand that in the future. But this is my first time building a 4 wide. I usually build 3 wide. So be a little bit different. At least they've got a couple different tables to rest at, or to rest their sheet metal and wood and whatnot. So it looks like we've got our resting area built. So down in rooms, you've got a staff room. Build that right there. So what they need is a sofa chair double, which they don't even actually have it labeled correctly in this as sofa chair double. I believe it's just a wide sofa. And then I always place down another normal sized one, and a drink machine, which is, they're all kind of right next to each other. Just a little soda 7-Up machine looking thing here. Place that there. And my OCD, I don't like that just being open, so I'm going to close that back up so the foreman has some privacy, I guess. Totally unnecessary, but that's just me. What time is it? Still sleep time. A couple more hours and we're going to have some more prisoner intakes, which probably we're definitely not going to have enough space for our next prisoners. So we're going to build a continuation of our cell block to house some more prisoners. So hopefully our workmen can get that done in time. Probably won't, not even close, but we can hire a couple more for right now. Our daily cash flow, we're definitely not making money, but the more prisoners you house, the more daily cash flow you get. So you get that from your grants. You can select on it and see standard prisoner grant. It would have a minimum prisoner grant and max prisoner grant. Depending on however many you have, you get more money. And obviously it takes out workman wages, guards, all that good stuff. And I could probably make this process go along faster if I built some different floor material for our outside, for our workers to move faster back and forth between, because grass, extremely slow movement. What I tend to go with is paving stone. It looks decent enough for a prison, and for outside that's plenty good enough. Inside, I usually just stick with the floor that they've got. Might change it up a little bit just for my taste, like put white tiles in the shower in the future just to make it look a little bit better. Yada yada. This looks good. They're taking forever as usual. It's just fantastic. Oh, okay. So they're walking all the way outside, walking all the way around because there's a gate right here. So I could probably build a staff gate right here. But then when prisoners try and run, that just gives them an extra gate to run to try and break open. So I guess I could build one like right here, a little bit closer. Let's see how that works. So our next set of prisoners are arriving soon, in a couple hours. We've got a very large open area, so I can't really deploy my guards effectively in this wide open area. As you can see, since I don't have any fences gating off any of this area, it recognizes this as one large area, so it's not like our guards will stay right in the middle. They'll walk all throughout the area. Kind of ineffective. As well as we don't have our shower segmented off either, or else we'd be able to have a guard segmented just right here in the shower too, but that's alright for right now. Work in progress. It's always a work in progress, I've noticed. It's never fully done. That's what I like about this game. It's always evolving. Always pissing me off, because it's never perfect. And garbage, you look like you're too far away, garbage. So we're going to make you closer to the door here. That should be good. Deliveries. Our prisoners are coming soon. When our prisoners come through, they're gonna end up at our deliveries here. So it's shower time. Alright, so now we've got our new area built. What am I doing? Lay down some more jail doors. Some beds. Some toilets. Right next to their face while they're sleeping. And code them as cells. Man, I don't like this being a fence right here, so we're gonna demolish the fence and replace them with brick walls. Prisoners are arriving in an hour. What do we got for our regime right now? It's gonna be free time here soon. So they're gonna all run back and take a shit and piss. It happens every time. Wake him up early in the morning to go to the bathroom. He always got pissed. Prisoner Ed is still sleeping because he's worthless. So we've got 9. We can change these rooms. Or at least we'll leave the bottom one for solitary. We'll add another room for a cell. Just ups our capacity a little bit. We're gonna end up adding We're going to end up having 10, 14, 19 total rooms. So we'll end up having enough rooms for our prisoners that are going to end up being here in a little bit. Just might take a little bit here. Which is okay during midday too, because it's not like they're going to try and, you know, go back to their room to sleep for a while yet. So it's okay to build during the midday process. Just try and make sure you've got enough cells for the nighttime, or they're going to start getting pissed off. And, you know what, I'm feeling some music right now. Let's play some iTunes. Maybe not Slipknot.
It's the start of the end. Surrender the throne. The blood on my hands covered the holes. We be surrounded by vicious cycles.
Guess this song kind of fits our our game that we're playing. Here come our prisoners. And one of our prisoners was just left on the road. Amazing. Amazing. That's funny. And of course, 3/4 of them were max prisoners. It's great. So as you see, our daily cash flow went back up. We've got more. We've $750 from our max security prisoners grant, and standard went up a little bit more as well. So I'm going to keep one guard deployed in the canteen, but the rest of the guards need to go grab the prisoners. Right now I don't know what they're doing. They're not really doing that like they should be. And we just got an extra $10,000 because one of our grants was be able to house 15 prisoners. So since it got recognized that our buildings, our rooms are more complete, it worked. We need to have water to our shitters. Let's go down to there we go. Our danger is increasing. My prisoners are pissed. So I guess what else we can build? I guess we can start on our health, our medical ward. So I'm gonna keep this area for cells in the future. So I guess we can try and build a medical area. We can try and build our medical area over here. You don't really need it. I mean, it's just kind of pointless to house when prisoners get killed. So it doesn't need to be that big. It's gonna have an office building for your psychiatrist, your psychologist. Jesus Christ. So it needs to have a room for that. But other than that, you've got a room for a morgue slab and medical bed. So it doesn't really, it doesn't need to be very big at all. And it's actually kind of pisses me off a little bit, because once you build this area, all of your doctors just will stay in that area, they won't really go walk throughout. You can't put them on deployment and tell them to go walk throughout the area to like heal prisoners after they get into fights and shit. So hopefully they can fix that in future alphas, that you can do patrols with other jobs with other staff members besides, you know, your guards. Maybe do a deployment with your warden and have him walk throughout the areas and have some guards follow him or something to that effect. That makes it a little bit more customizable, a little more fun, I guess. So all of your prisoners are shitting themselves because the warden's walking around. Something a little more realistic, I guess. Because your warden does walk throughout the frickin' prison, I'm guessing. Maybe I've just watched too much television. So let's dismantle. Oh, well it's work time. And we need a couple people in the workshop for guards. Because people are beating each other up, and that's not good. Our guards are kind of not paying attention right now. Oh, he's got him out. He's got Frank. Get him, bitch. Get him, Letitia. Get him. There we go. Letitia got him. Alright, so now that our prisoners are injured, our prisoners and guards are injured, doesn't really matter. Our doctor's not going to walk over to them. They don't really care. Sometimes if your prisoners are injured enough, your guards will grab them and bring them to the infirmary and put them on the medical bed for your doctors to fix, to like heal them. Otherwise, if they're not injured enough, your doctor doesn't really do shit. He doesn't care. They'll just stay injured and get pissed off even more. So. What? What? There is not. Oh yeah, I think I got rid of a fence over there and didn't end up putting an extra fence there. So that's not good, because our prisoners at any point in time, if they get pissy, they can just run right now. So let's hope our workers fix that quickly. Oh, yep, he's escaping. To where? Oh shit. Oh shit. No, god damn it. He's gonna get out. Unless we buy a guard. Haha. Attack his ass. Get him! What are you doing? Oh, okay. Good. We stopped him. So apparently some of these trees that are so dang close to the fence apparently break the fence or are on the fence. And I don't know. It's weird. Never had that happen before. So after you chop down trees, you've got stumps that you have to deal with. The only way to get rid of them is to just wait. They'll eventually shrink to the point where they disappear and they'll go away. Or you just hit dump and your workers will walk over and put them in a garbage bag. See, so now they're making some license plates. And then with the wood, they'll grind the wood up and make them into wood planks. Wood planks have nothing to do with the license plates. So if you see a bunch of wood planks, sell those. And sell the license plates as well. Now we've got rooms. We can make deliveries a little bit closer to... Actually, you know what? Let's make our deliveries up here. So that way when sheet metal does come, every hour that they're working, they'll automatically take money out of your bank balance to buy sheet metal. And they'll either A, come to the deliveries like I was talking about before, or they'll come down in truck and grab it. So we're gonna... Actually, you know, I'm gonna demolish... I'm gonna break down a couple walls over here. And hopefully it still recognizes this as a building. We'll have to see. Sometimes when you demolish walls, it'll mess with the coding and it just won't recognize this entirely as a room. So I'm gonna see. Jobs still working. We're still good. Alright, that's good. So now we've got kind of more of a direct line back and forth with the sheet metal. What we can do, lay down some paving stone, so it's a little bit, make it a little bit quicker process. And let's build some walkways. One awaiting solitary, 2 awaiting solitary. So we make a couple more rooms solitary. We've got our room open for our infirmary, so we're gonna build some cable to light the room. And what you need is an infirmary. So we're going to do our infirmary right when we walk in here. Our morgue can be in the back here. And then our office can be over in the corner. And what we need for our infirmary is medical bed to house after people get killed or injured. They'll lay them down on the beds here. And then for our morgue, we need a morgue slab. And then office, we need a psychologist, and things in every other office. We need a filing cabinet, keyboard. We need a office desk chair. Jesus. Prisoners are getting pissed real quick. And they just started working, which is great. So, until we get into the process of our workers and our buildings to get set up. We're gonna cut down on the work time here. And these are the wood planks I was talking about. Now you don't need to sell those. I just do it just to keep the money balance up, just because I'm used to it. Yeah, I mean, oh, getting pissed. Any moment now, he's gonna start freaking out. So what you can do to protect yourselves from some incidents in the future, you can place some metal detectors throughout the buildings. And every time a prisoner will walk through, if they have something on them, they'll ding. Your guards will run over and search them. So what you do is you just click on your guard and then right click over to an area where you want your doctor to go and heal. And once they get within the area, they'll recognize, they'll pull out their syringe, go inject them with healing fluids. Oh, we got a prisoner trying to escape. That's great. Oh! He's got a screwdriver. Get his ass. Fuck him up. We just got another guard just being a dumbass. Unconscious. Good. Piece of crap. Oh, we're failing quickly here. This is good. We got another escapee. I guess I could probably shut the door so prisoners can't get out anymore. We got Welsh in prison for torture. That's great. Why are you bitching about sleep? Ugh. Robbery, blackmail, dangerous driving. Sentenced 17 years for multiple crimes including attempted murder and attempted murder. 2 different times of attempted murder. And it's 31 years. We got McKinsey trying to escape here. 12 years for grievous bodily harm. Making a brave escape here. Can he do it? Can he out? Oh shit. God damn it, worker. You just fucked me over. Yep, he's gone. Well, that's great. It's the only bad thing about having staff doors is your workers will walk out and the door does not close immediately. I probably could have hit lockdown. You hit lockdown, all of your doors will immediately shut. But your prisoners will get pissed off. So let's get some electric cable running to these metal detectors that we're gonna lay down here. Hire a second doctor. Roy is injured. Professor of... Well, guys, I think that's probably about enough for today. This is Twitchy with a Reason here on day 2. Now day 3. So stay tuned. We're going to keep more videos coming of Prison Architect. I recorded a Orcs Must Die 2 game yesterday, so I'm going to upload that here pretty soon too, and maybe some Battlefield 4 again like I've been saying. So as always, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Stay classy.